What's going on YouTube? GZillaman8981 here with another unboxing and unbiased review. Actually completely forgot about this one until about last week when I got the notification that it was shipping, but it's here. It's a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be too. Secret box. Let's get this cut open. Through the shipping label, because why not? I'm really excited for this one, so I haven't even done an intro to this video. This is one that I've always wanted for the longest time, but because of the aftermarket price of it, I kind of sat back and decided, you know what, it's not worth it. I'm gonna wait a bit. I did get it from Awesome Collector. So far, everything I've been doing with them has been quite great. Now, based on what I'm seeing right now, I think they've double boxed this. Let's pull it out. Oh yeah, look at that. Double box. Get that guy out of here. Very nice wrapping job though, like, you know, having it completely sealed up like this, bubble wrap all around. Coming from Japan in less than a week. Pretty damn good for something in Canada. So let's get this unwrapped. Save that for playing with later. Now, as you can see already, SH Monster Arts. Obviously, you're going to see the name of this video, so you already know what it is. I'm just going to cut straight to it. Let's get this guy cut open. There she goes. Ooh, that is a huge box. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, let's get this the right way. The off-screen reveal. And there it is. The SH Monster Arts Mecha King Ghidorah, the Shinjuku Decisive Battle Special Set. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm gonna go ahead and get this box popped open, but first, let me show you what's on the box. So the front has this beautiful picture of King Ghidorah with the battle damage and some of the pieces that you get. The side has a black and white picture of King Ghidorah, or Mecha King Ghidorah, and it's actually a gloss picture that's reflective. Really cool. The back has some awesome artwork. Bring this a bit closer. Awesome artwork showcasing, you know, some of the positions you can have in, some of the materials, and just what you're getting in this box set. And on the other side, it just shows the Mecha King Ghidorah title. Bottom, even the bottom has some art on it, which is pretty awesome. Let me get that a bit closer. One box that I'm definitely going to be adding to the box collection. I'm going to stop recording here. I'm going to get this open because I think you've seen me open enough boxes at this point, and we'll just get right to it. Okay, so box is open. First thing you get when you open the box is you get a nice little display with some instructions on how to essentially assemble it. Nothing on the back, just on the front. And ooh, already taking a peek at what's in this box. I am pumped. I'm gonna spin this around, see if I can get this all out at once. Come on, work with me. I understand why this box was so huge. All right, when you're pulling this out, be careful because there's two pieces inside and they will separate. Okay. Let's get this set aside. Here it is. Man, that is awesome. It's not even out of the package yet, and I'm already too excited. There's the other half that comes with the battle damaged wings. and a few of the other pieces to grab onto all of your little Godzillas that you're going to display this with. So let's start popping this guy open and getting this ready. I don't know if any of this is taped. Usually it is. Oh, no. In this case it's not. Okay. Slowly pop these wings out. Wow. Just right out of the box. Already looking awesome. It's almost metallic. It is metallic. God dang. Okay. Now right away, these arm pieces seem pretty fragile. Definitely really almost pencil thin or string thin. These to the side. And all that's left is, for some reason, his tail ends are in here. I'm gonna pop those out, but flip that. Set that to the side. Now we'll get out the King Ghidorah. Now, pop this open like this. Set those to the side. I'm gonna have to put this on the ground. Okay. Oh, very carefully. Whew. Okay. Just for the sake of this figure's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up, and I will return back in just a second. All right. Here it is. Now, my happiness is kind of taken away slightly here, as you can see just on this piece here. Like I find with most SMH, we have busted pieces. One of the tail prongs popped off. Thankfully, it's just a simple fix. A little bit of super glue on there should do it right. But can't have any perfect SHMA monsters anymore. I don't know why, if it's just their quality control, but it is what it is. So right off the bat, I'll start looking at the original body. So this is just what you get straight out of the box. Now for articulation, I would go over the articulation on this here, but there is a lot. So let's start off at the top. Of course, your heads have your regular full articulation, open in the mouth and can twist in all directions. Same thing for all three heads. Moving over to the wings, you have some articulation down and up, and then of course in and out. The body here looks like there's a few removable parts that I'm gonna have to try to fiddle with. These look like they open, they do. So these are where some of the parts connect to later on. So I'll open these up. And it looks like this centerpiece also slides right out, just like that. Very cool, nice and easy. Still worrisome though with these. I never trust any of these loose pieces on here. The feet, like previous King Ghidorahs, have the forward and back motion, 360 or close to 360 turning, and then your feet are on a swivel like so. Makes it for easy posing. I'll spin this guy around now. Out to the back here. Tails, like usual, have that full up and down articulation. Each individual piece can spin 360, and you can see right here, and there it goes again. You can see right here where the prong was busted off, just at the bottom there. Not the end of the world, like I said. Just gonna super glue it back on. Should not be noticeable at all. But of course, be careful when you're putting these in because they do not come pre-assembled. These are a pain to stick into the hole. You got to kind of give it a twist and press down on it, and it eventually pops into place. This one kind of went on much easier. But anyways, to go back to it, you have that full articulation on the tail. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of articulation for each tail. And that's full 360 as well. Now to get onto the paint application. Now I don't have the original one, like I said, because way out of my price range by the time I got over to collecting SHMA. But man, this is beautiful. Everything on here is that nice golden metallic, completely shiny. If I bring it in close to the head, you might even get to be able to see some of that metal flake that these heads have. One thing that does kind of throw me off is the coloring does not quite match everywhere, but I'll get into that later. As for the wings, same thing, metallic gold with a metallic silver flake for the body parts. The centerpieces are all very nicely detailed. These can move inside here. The chest looks awesome. The wings, again, look incredible. Even getting underneath the wings here. All the little bolt marks, everything on here was looked at. Now, like I said, not sure if that matches the original, but still looks great. Still kind of have those wonky jaws though, so. The silver head is painted with that same metallic flake, bit of gapping in between and behind here. Not the end of the world. Red rocket on the top there. Nice green eyes. You can kind of see that there. And nothing on the interior of the mouth, just silver with, if I can get that up there, the little rocket nose inside there. That's about it for the coloration and the articulation of this here. So this is the version before the battle damage. So I'll get this camera off of here and get you a nice closer look. You can see some of the detail on this. Then we'll start messing with some of the battle damage options and some of the extra pieces this comes with. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this freehand because of how big this maker is when it's fully assembled. So I've got everything on now that comes with the battle attachments. First things first, be very gentle with the wings. These just snap in very easily. You don't have to put a lot of force on them. The existing ones come out a little bit more difficult, but I guess after you work it in a few times, this will start getting a little bit looser. As for the body, you just flip these little tabs open and you are able to put these little nubs inside there. These lead out to the arms. First things first, note one side will have a hole on the bottom for this to fit in, even though it doesn't really like to fit. Once you've got it situated on there, these little arms here have movement. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but as you can see, you can open and close each of these parts. The larger ones go on the bottom. Of course, those are for the legs, and they go into the bottom hole. The smaller ones go on top. Of course, those are for the arms, and they go into the upper holes. As for the base, when you first get it, for some reason there's little punch tabs in here that you can see right over here. You got to pull those out before you're able to stick those pegs in. Now, I just guess based on the size of the arm and the way the arm sits, it's a little bit difficult to pose the King Ghidorah, especially getting him sitting flat, because as you can see, the weight of that really likes to pull down on the entire figure itself. But to continue on with this, These are also movable as well, and you can adjust them, I'm guessing, to grab a multitude of figures. One thing I will note is these little prongs here are very, very weak. I started pulling on one of these, and as you can see, it bends. So just keep that in mind when you're positioning this. Maybe put a bit of support on there as you bend it out. These little cables here are completely malleable. You can bend them any way you like. As you can see, I can grab that, bend that up, and it's gonna stay like that. Pretty cool. Allows you to kind of play with it a little bit, especially I guess when you have it connected to another figure. Now, personally, I think I'm gonna leave this displayed just like that. I think it looks huge. It's a bit of a shelf hog, so I'll have to kind of wait and see, figure out where I'm gonna put it, but I do love this. Next up, I will get onto the unbiased review, but I'll get you some better close-up looks of how all of this looks before I get there. Okay, so on to now the unbiased review. What I will say right off the bat is this figure as a whole has some pretty great options. Do I think this should have been standard from the get-go? I definitely think it should have been part of the original version, but I guess it's kind of cool to have these pieces here. I guess they just use it for a bit of a money grab, but still awesome that we do now get a figure like this. So, some of my issues with this. First things first, you know, they've had a long time to fix this. They've gotten how many iterations of the regular King Ghidorah and the Mecha King Ghidorah now? Why do these jaws still swivel side to side? Like, especially the Mecha head in this one, like, come on. Why is it able to do that? Just stick it on an up and down swivel. We don't want any more. We don't need to angle the mouth like that unless you really want to. What's going on, buddy? So, it's just one of those things where I don't think we need that. On a figure like this, you just need the up and down movement. That's more than enough. No purpose. The coloration, as you can see, looks beautiful. They picked incredible colors. They did a great job painting this, but there is some discrepancies. As you can see, the heads are a lot darker than the rest of the neck. You can actually kind of almost see it heading up to the prongs here. Now, I don't know if that was intentional because I know there's a bit of change in color in King Ghidorah, but that's a little bit too drastic. The jaws are still extremely loose. Like if you want to close the mouth on that, you really got to kind of crimp it shut, and even then, it does not want to stay. Paint jobs inside the mouth, everything else about that is fine. They did a beautiful job on the wings, but they still feel very, very cheap. Got to be careful with those. As for the arms here, the stand doesn't quite do that great of a job. I think they made the center arm a little bit too big. See, the second I touch it, it pops right off. As you can see too, if I lower this down, the stand does not want to sit flat. Try to press on it, it just pops back up, and that has to do with the weight of this arm here. Of course, with these figures, you know, they're a bit more display figures. You got to be careful with everything, so I'm not going to really harp too hard on the weakness of anything here. But all in all, those are my main issues with this figure here. Other than that, they did a great job. Fantastic job. I've been waiting for this for so long. The box looks incredible. It's also gigantic, which is kind of cool. It's going to take up a bit of space. And then, of course, you know, work on quality control. I should not be spending, you know, I can't remember how much this figure was now, it's been too long. I should not be spending that much money to get a figure that out of the box is busted. Now, I know that this isn't Awesome Collector's fault. They did an amazing job wrapping this. I can't see this being an issue. It was bubble wrapped, double boxed. The box is in perfect shape when it arrived here, so it doesn't even look like it was thrown around in shipping. I think that is a quality control issue. But besides that, awesome figure. I would definitely suggest spending the money on it now, especially before the aftermarket hits this guy here and it becomes unattainable in a few years. Like always, thank you guys so much for watching all of my videos. I know I still have to upload the video for that guy there, and I even have the Godzilla and Rodan set, which I haven't even uploaded yet. I'm recording all these. I'm hoping to upload them all in order so that they're not all messed up. But hopefully by the time this one is up, those videos will already be up. Once again, thank you so much. Any questions or anything you notice in this video that I missed, drop a comment below and I'll definitely respond to it and get onto it. Thanks again, guys. It's been a bite.